What's up, everybody? Welcome right back. And I'm going to cut right to the chase because in this video, you will receive the information that you need. Information. You will receive information that will give you value, add value to your life in your day-to-day struggles battling addiction. We will be listening to a great woman, a great songstress. You guys are going to love this because this video is very important for you guys to stick around and listen to it because she will be speaking about some great things in her addiction story that everybody can relate to. It will add value to your life. And it's also great information for you to take to your day-to-day life, everybody. Okay, and welcome, everybody. I am Mr. Show Out TV, and this is the Sober Gang Experience Podcast. If you're new to this channel, I would love you guys to stick around because I will add value to your life today. This is a great show we finna break down for you guys today. And how I know about this, because I battled with addiction for 16, 17 years. I know exactly what Demi going through. I know exactly how I feel, everybody. So this is what we're going to do. We finna open up a screen share. And we finna break down Demi Lovato's reaction, the entertainer, the songstress, the beautiful Demi Lovato. Demi, I am very much of a fan of yours. But we finna break down and we finna give y'all my reaction to her story. Entertainers are just like everybody else. They go through pain. They cry. They suffer just like us. They are regular people just like us. But sometimes the things that they do are magnified because they're stars, everybody. But Demi Lovato has been struggling with a lot of things, being young in the entertainment business at the age of 7 years old and all the way to 18. She battled with weight loss, and she battled with addiction that almost took her life. Now, I'm so glad that she made it out of the situation that she was in. So I will be sharing with y'all today, through a bird's eye view, redemption from addiction, Miss Demi Lovato. And we're going to get right back into it, everybody. At a late age in my life, three, two, one.
Hello and welcome to the Sober Gang Experience Podcast with Mr. Show Out TV. It's great to have you here with us today. I hope this podcast provides you with the inspiration to continue your journey towards a sober lifestyle. Please click the like and subscribe button before you start watching. Enjoy the show.
Welcome. I'm glad you guys are right back with me today because we finna break down Demi Lovato, redemption from addiction. She has been battling addiction, y'all, and going through the ringers, everybody. Everybody know her as the songstress, the beautiful, the talented, the lovely songbird voice of Miss Demi Lovato. But her addiction almost took her out the game, everybody. And she have a powerful, inspirational story that we all can take with us to our day-to-day. We can all add to our day-to-day struggles because Demi Lovato is just like us. She just got the whole world on her shoulders. She has been doing this since the age of 7 years old. She's been an entertainer. She's been in front of millions of people. She's been having the weight on her shoulders, everybody. And sometimes having the weight on your shoulders, as little as she is, sometimes it can overwhelm her. So we're going to break down this, her documentary, everybody. And if this is your first time to our channel right now, thank y'all, guys. Thank you, guys. But we finna get right into it, everybody. Let's do it.
So the morning of the overdose, Demi had really wanted to make this doctor's appointment. So I got over there extra early to wake her up for it.
Now, one thing I also want to add with this, everybody, Miss Demi Lovato is beautiful. And she is a songstress, everybody. And we all know her, man. She's got so many awards and everything like that. Demi Lovato is like a lot of the Disney stars. She started with Disney at the age of 7 years old, everybody. She was battling with her looks, basically her weight loss. I mean, not her weight loss, but she was battling with she was always a little bigger than the other kids. So in her mind, in the entertainment world and Hollywood and things of that nature, perception is very, very key. How you look is very, very key. And she had to deal with this at the age of 7. So just think about that. Being in front of the cameras in Hollywood, having a weight on your shoulders, pretty much providing for your family. She bringing in checks that's also helping her family. Demi's story is very, very powerful. It shows us that no matter how far you make it in life, the struggles of day-to-day struggles and having to deal with the pressure of being an entertainer or just being a regular person, it doesn't matter. The illness of addiction is still there. This addiction don't care who you is. Let's get back into it.
Her door was closed. So whenever her door was closed, I kind of just took it as a hint, like, hey, just knock. So I knocked. Natalie, her chef at the time, she had just arrived, and I heard her in the kitchen. So I went down to talk to her for a little bit. And then I went back upstairs and I knocked again. At this point, I was kind of just like, okay, we're going to be late. I was getting a little annoyed with her. And I think I might have even texted her and like, hey, let's go. I opened the door really slowly. And it was really dark and cold in her room. And I kind of got chills, honestly. I thought that she was just drunk or hungover. So I kind of started to nudge her a little bit, hey, let's get up now. It's time to go. She wasn't really moving. She was drooling. I called Max Lee, security. She's not waking up.
And one thing we can say for sure, if Demi Lovato did not have this wonderful lady in her life, Demi would be dead. We would not have Demi right now. Because this woman put in play, she did all the actions that was needed. Even being an entertainer like Demi Lovato, man, it's hard trying to juggle, because do you want to call the ambulance? Do you want to call the medical people? Because if the medical people come, that mean the neighbors go see all these ambulance at the house. And Demi Lovato will be on the front page. It will be paparazzi. Everybody will be talking about this. But at this point, it didn't matter. Demi Lovato was fighting for her life. Unresponsive, pale, blue, dying. And at that time, everybody, you got to suck up everything and muster up everything and just forget that, because Demi, right now, she's need help.
She's not really responding. I don't really know what to do.
I rang security and I said, Jordan's just called me in a panic. I need you to go into the room now and tell me everything you see. She was propped up, vomit everywhere, but she was on her back, which isn't good. So I told him, put her on her side, clear her throat, and I'm on my way.
By that point, some more people had started to arrive at the house. And I'm just kind of like, do I call 911? What do I do? So I called, and I just remember sneaking downstairs to make the phone call because I didn't want to get in trouble for calling 911 while I was on.
You heard it, everybody. She did not want to get in trouble for calling 911 because Demi Lovato is an entertainer, and perception is everything in Hollywood. Demi has been hiding her illness and her addiction from a lot of people. And at this moment, the whole world can know that Demi Lovato is an addict. Demi Lovato is going through the ringers. Everybody will know this. But at this time right now, it really didn't matter, because at this moment, Demi Lovato needs help. Demi needs help right now. And I'm so glad that this wonderful young lady did what she had to do to save her friend. At this moment, Demi, she's not Demi Lovato. She's your friend. She's somebody that loves you. She's somebody that you love. So at this moment, she did exactly the right thing. I know I would have did that shit in an instant. I would have saved my friend. Fuck everything up.
On the call, someone told me to tell the operator no sirens.
Hang in there, okay? We're on our way. I'll let you know when they're outside. You should be hearing the sirens real soon.
No sirens, please, right?
No. This is a medical emergency. I don't have control over that. Well, this is definitely a medical emergency for her.
I was quite impressed with Jordan's handling it. I couldn't care what anyone thought. Get an ambulance there.
The ambulance came. They came upstairs to her room. They got their Narcan out, trying to really just bring her back to life.
So basically at this moment, Demi Lovato was she was so many minutes away from not being here with us, everybody. Because the illness, hiding it from so many people, all these years has basically come to a head. Everything that she was doing, when we see her, she's on stage, she's a songstress. But she was battling with so many demons, everybody. She was battling with so much. She had so much pressure. And with added pressure, being an entertainer, being in the industry at the age of 7, and now you 18 and you battling with everything you go through. She had the weight on her shoulders. And a lot of people have different ways of expressing themselves. Being in the Hollywood industry, being in the industry like that, in the entertainment business, would chew you up and spit you out. Everything is about the revenue, everything generating perception. Let's go. She's not getting any sleep. The only thing she know is to look good and smile and sing good. But everybody just didn't know that she was struggling. She was hurting. She was crying on the inside. She needed somebody there because she turned to the wrong things for love. She ended up turning to drugs to numb her pain. And that's what we all do. We turn to things to numb the pain. That is a temporary feel-good moment. Because right after you done getting high, reality sets in. You have to face life. You have to face the everyday shit. That's what she had to do. After she was done getting high, she had to put on her poker face. She had to put on a mask and mask it up and make sure that didn't nobody notice. Because perception is everything. She had to fake it to make it. She had to pull back all those demons and go back and get her fans what she wants. And get her fans what they need to sing to y'all. And right after the curtain closes and the lights go down, that's when the battle begins.
There was one point where she turned blue, like her whole body completely turned blue. And yeah, I was just like, oh, she's dead for sure. Yeah, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It was tough. It was tough. Really tough to watch.
And if y'all like any parts of this content right now, if this video is adding some information and great detail that you all could take to your day-to-day, if this video is adding value to your life, give it a thumbs up for me, everybody.
It was my mom.
One thing I just want to add, Demi Lovato, girl, you can sing, girl. Okay, let me jump back into it. Demi, she is so beautiful. Hey, Demi, you just be throwing me off sometimes, girl. You be throwing me off. Ooh.
Me and Madison upstairs in my mom's room.
And I looked down at my phone and I saw that everybody in the world was texting me.
The first thing I got was a text from a mutual friend saying, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, huh?
I'm so sorry. I heard about Demi. I'm praying for your family.
Like, I'm really praying for Demi. You guys are in my prayers.
I was so
But
confused.
one thing this goes to show us, everybody, that entertainers are just regular people. They got a lot of added pressure. They got a lot of added pressure. They have to put on a poker face every day. Us as fans, we don't know what they be going through. Sometimes their own family members don't know what they're going through. They have handlers. They have management team. They have so many people in their life. Because when you in Hollywood, a lot of the time, the kids stars, their parents are put on the back end. And that's when the management, that's when your managers, that's when all the people that actually help her be who she is. And perception is everything. I don't know how I want to keep saying this because it is true. She was going through so much at a young age, at the age of 7. Think about that. At the age of 7, being in Hollywood at the age of 7. Think about that, y'all. Think about that. Being in front of millions of people having a scene, battling. And she was going through so much in her head about her weight at the age of 7 years old. That's it. At the age of 7, you're supposed to just be enjoying yourself, learning. She battling with her image. She was thinking that she was overweight. Now this all come to a head, everybody, because a lot of times we overlook. A lot of times we overlook what people are going through because we see what they doing on the outside. Oh, she's an entertainer. She's okay. She got a lot of people that can help her. If she become an addict or something like that, she'll be okay. That's not always the case because half the time it's up to you. You have to want change. Can't nobody want change for you. You gotta want it for yourself.
Confused. I thought maybe she'd been in a car accident. I had no idea.
I get a call from our tour manager. Demi's in the hospital. And I'm like, shut up. And this guy is known for joking around.
I started getting a flood of texts saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." And I was like, sorry about what? Like, what is happening? And then Max calls, her security.
So before I could get to try to find out on my phone what had happened, I got a call from her assistant.
I heard my mom pick up the phone. It was something in her voice that told me something really, really bad just happened and I should probably get my clothes on because we need to leave.
She said, Demi overdosed. And I said, is she okay?
When I heard her on the phone being like, okay, all right, but is she okay? Is she alive? Is Demi alive?
And she said,
and I would like to add a similar story with that, everybody, because I'm not just finna talk about myself. I'm gonna get right back to it, everybody. But I had a scare also, Demi. I had to be rushed to the emergency room. I had ulcers in my stomach. They had to do immediate surgery on me. Immediate surgery to save my life that night. At the same time, they could not fly me to the nearest state, the nearest city for operation. They had to drive me to the nearest city. On a drive to the nearest city, and you all, if you're new to this channel right now, I'm an open book. I love to keep it straight 100. Ain't no sugarcoat nothing on the Sober Gang Experience podcast. Y'all, I was at a dark place in my life. On the drive to the hospital, to the ICU, they did the COVID test on me, everybody, the COVID-9. I'm sorry. That's what they told me. I'm sorry, we have to tell you this, but they did the swab test. In the ambulance, I was in so much pain. I'm like, what's next? They told me, we're sorry to tell you that you have COVID too. At that moment, Miss Demi, at that moment to all my viewers, I didn't know what to expect. I really just asked God, like, what are you trying to tell me? You know, everything that I was going through, everything that I put my body through, all the people that I loved, all the people that loved me, was just my time. But one thing about it, y'all, when God is not finished with you, he's not finished. So Demi, I understand. You got a lot, you got way more living, a whole bunch of living to do. And I do too. We got a story, and let's continue to share our story.
She's breathing. We're at the hospital, but she's not talking.
She had texted me the night before and she said, can you go out to this like show with us or something? And I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't. I have to fly to New York tomorrow. So the next day I fly to New York and the plane lands and everyone turns on their phone. People are gasping in the plane. It was so surreal. And I'm looking at everyone's phone and it says Demi Lovato overdose.
I got a hold of Diana and she told me what had happened, but I was like, oh, she's okay. It's going to be okay. She's all right now. You just need to get on the plane and come. But later that day, I talked to her security and he told me the truth. And that the next 24 hours are going to be tough. We'll know if she's going to make it within the next 24 hours. And I said, what do you mean if she's going to make it? Said, we don't know. This next 24 hours is important.
I was just devastated and I didn't understand what was going on.
I'm so confused. What do you...
You guys, if my broadcast or me screen sharing this video, if it's added any value to your life right now, because Demi is about to get deeper into it, everybody, we gonna continue to give our reaction and commentary to it, because this video is all about information and education only, everybody. This is really, it's not a sad occasion right now. We're rejoicing on the fact that Demi Lovato, she is making it out of addiction, y'all. A lot of people in her situations, growing up as a child star, growing up into the Hollywood industry, do not make it out alive. Do not make it out alive, everybody. Now, I applaud Miss Demi Lovato so much. I applaud you, Demi. I applaud you because you inspire me, you motivate me to continue. You continue. Every time I hear your story, it just gives me chills because you motivates me to continue to help people in addiction. And that is absolutely what I will do. It is my goal and it's my passion to continue to have guest speakers on my show, to continue to add value to people's life, to continue to give them information that will help them on their day-to-day, everyday struggle with addiction, because we need it. A lot of platforms do not show this, everybody, and a lot of platforms don't speak on it. I'm one of the ones that want to speak on it, and that's what I love to do. So if this video is adding any information that you know, this video is adding any information that you would love to share to a friend, hit the thumbs up button. We would really love that. If you would love to see more of my reaction videos, and if you would love to see just more of my videos in general with my guest speakers from all around the world, give us a thumbs up. We really would appreciate it. Now let's continue.
What are you talking about? I was just with her.
Her oxygen levels, when she came to the hospital, they were dangerously low, and they were trending down. They were 70%. Someone of her health and age, we expect to be closer to 100%. Time is brain, is what we like to say, and the longer you go with the brain being starved of essential nutrients, the longer it's injured, the more difficult is the recovery.
It was like a horror movie. They put her in ICU. She had a tube in her neck that was taking her blood into a machine, cleaning it, and then putting it back into her neck. And as a parent, you're watching all of her blood come out of her body into a machine and come back. I asked the doctor, I said, what happens if she pulls out that tube in the middle of the night or when we're not watching her? And he actually kind of laughed and he said, that tube's not coming out, it's sewn into her neck.
I actually don't think people realize how bad it actually was. I had 3 strokes. I had a heart attack. I suffered brain damage from the strokes. I can't drive anymore. And I have blind spots in my vision. So sometimes when I go to pour a glass of water, I'll totally miss the cup because
This woman, like I continue to tell you, Demi, look at me, Demi. It's the reason you still here. You got way more. You got a lot more living to do. Your story and your chapter is not over. It's so many people, so many millions of people around this world right now there that you inspire. So many people that is going through this behind the closed doors, but they are listening to your story as motivation to pick themselves up. And once again, Miss Demi, I tip my hat off to you because what you went through at that moment, Demi, a lot of people don't return. It's the reason you're still here. It's the reason God is using you. He's using you as a vessel. So take advantage of this. And I know you are. I know you are. I know you are. And once again, I can tip my hat off to you because we need way more people like you to step up. Let's continue.
I can't see it anymore. I also had pneumonia because I asphyxiated and multiple organ failure.
She asked me 2 or 3 times what happened. And I said, Demi, you're in the hospital and you overdosed. And she just sat there and said, like she was really upset with herself.
I am not saying that I have not used needles, but that night I wasn't injecting it, I was smoking it, which is another reason why I was so shocked when I woke up in the hospital, because I was like, no, I'm not injecting it. I can't overdose on it. At the end of the day, if you do
you see that? That's when our mind be playing the tricks on us, Demi. We all go through that. we all go through that. That's when our mind be playing tricks on us, Demi. We tell ourselves that, you know what, I can smoke this. I ain't injecting it. But when you take too much of anything, when you continue to put these chemicals, I call them concoction of death, into our body, a lot of times our bodies have a different reaction. Now, 3 days ago, your body took it. The day before, your body took it. But this day, your body rejected it. It didn't take it this day. And it almost took you out the game. So this is a very good example, everybody. This is a teachable moment. We need to stop. And I know it's hard. But when we have those thoughts that we can fake it to make it. See, one thing about addiction that we always try to turn it into something else. Now we know we shouldn't be doing what we doing. You know what? I ain't injecting it. I ain't shooting it up in my vein. I'ma just smoke it. I ain't taking the pill whole. I'm crushing it down. I'm snorting it. You know, we always trying to make it look good. You know, we try to make it sound good to us to cover up the fact that we know we fucking up. That's what we do. That's what we do, everybody. We try to cover it up. We try to make it look good. We try to mask it to make it look good because we know we fucking up. And then when things like that happen, it's really too late. In her case, it wasn't. But some people do not come back. Some people don't. Let's continue.
Too much of anything, it's going to kill you. I was like, all right, I need to get help. I did ask, is it out there? You know, my mom was like, yeah, it's out there. Everyone knows. A lot of people are worried. A lot of people are concerned, and a lot of people love you. And that's all you need to worry about right now.
Typically, when we hear about drug-related ingestions, you know, they come to us too late.
I'm really lucky to be alive. My doctors said that I had 5 to 10 more minutes, and had my assistant not come in, I wouldn't be here today.
It's a blessing. I'm so glad you're here, girl, because we need your story. Your story and the influence you have on millions of people around the globe. You have so many young women, older people. You can influence a lot of people. And the real truth is that you are in the age range. You still young, Demi. I'm still fairly young. I'm in my mid-30s. We are still young. But you, Demi, you have the power and the gift to inspire so many people about addiction and give them the tools. Because it's a little girl right now that is cutting her wrist probably. Don't know which way to go, Miss Demi. It's a little girl right now that probably was doing the same thing that you was doing. I'm not going to inject it, I'm going to smoke it. There's somebody that right now needs to hear this. And you got the power to influence them. You are a powerful, important person to this world. I'm not just, forget the singing. I'm not even worried about that. You can sing in your sleep. You got that effortlessly. You can do that with ease. I'm talking about you have the gift to inspire people, to give them hope. And that's what we need. And that's what I love about you. That's what I love about you, Demi. You continue to give these people hope. And that's what they need. Let's continue.
I have to give thanks to the doctors that took care of her. And she had several. One was working on her brain. One was working on her kidneys. One was working on her eyes. And so they were trying to figure out a lot in that first 24 hours.
What the dialysis does in this case is it removes the toxins and the fluid accumulation and prevents the brain from swelling and becoming more injured.
They came to me and said we can either go to the neck or we can go in down here.
I remember them trying to sew it into my groin, and it was so painful, even on whatever drugs I was on.
They gave the two options, and I said, please try this part first, for obvious reasons. Then he came back and he said, we just can't do what you got to do.
Yeah.
He put her on that machine to clean her blood immediately. And I think that's what saved her life.
I actually had to schedule another meeting to discuss what had happened because a lot of being in the hospital was so blurry for me. I wanted to go back and really understand the full magnitude of what had happened.
The first moment that I saw Demi in the hospital, when she first opened her eyes, she looked at me, I grabbed her hand and I said, I'm here and I love you, just to let her know I had gotten to the hospital. And she looked me dead in the eye and she said, who is that? Which is something you never want to hear your sister say.
And if this video is adding any information to y'all, man, right now, if y'all love any parts of my commentary, if y'all love any parts of what Demi is sharing with us today, y'all, give this video a thumbs up, please. Give this video a thumbs up. We will appreciate it. That will keep our video in rotation on the YouTube algorithm. So give this video a thumbs up. Y'all know we will appreciate it. So let's continue.
That is by far the worst moment of my life, was when she woke up and she was like, I can't see anything. And we all kind of looked at the nurses and the doctors were like, what? Like, what do you mean? What does she mean? What do you mean she can't see anything?
I was legally blind when I woke up, and my little sister was at my bedside, and I was so blind that I couldn't see who she was, even though she was standing next to me. And I asked her, I was like, who are you? And she just started sobbing because she thought from then on I was not going to be able to see.
The areas of her brain that were initially affected were the vision centers, back of the brain. The idea was to mitigate the damage and to provide the best opportunity for recovery.
The first time you got sober, I think it was in response to the fact that your parents told you couldn't see your sister Madison. And then to bring it full circle, you couldn't see your sister in a literal sense.
I know that's not what they literally meant. I know they meant it metaphorically, but it's really ironic and in a weird way poetic that it ended up happening like that and me not actually seeing her.
To be honest, when I found out that Demi wanting to be able to see me and keep a relationship with me was one of the reasons she went to treatment, I didn't believe it. That a sister relationship like that could stand in the way of Demi and her addictions, even if for a moment.
I think that God has a twisted sense of humor sometimes.
Now, one thing I really do love that, and one thing that we all need, and a lot of us don't have this, that she really have a real strong support system. They are there. From the girl that made the phone call, her mom and dad. It's a lot of people that really loves you, Demi. A lot of people that really loves you. So continue to do these great things that you are doing, because as we can see, a lot of people love you and a lot of people need you right now. And I know, believe me, I know. I was an alcoholic. I also battled with using drugs. So I understand your story, Demi. I understand it. Well, every day will we be a perfect person? Hell no. Hell no, Demi. We will never be a perfect person. That ain't what God intended us to do. We are human. We cry, we bleed, we hurt, we have emotions, we have feelings. But whenever we have those thoughts, Miss Demi, whenever we have them thoughts that we could play the system, you know what I mean? Call somebody, because those thoughts, Miss Demi, you know, the next time might be your last time. Let's continue.
I think people can understand picking up a joint. What gets harder for people to understand is the harder drugs. How does that even happen? How do you even do something like that?
So my cocktail before I got sober was Coke and Xanax together. It was an upper and a downer, and I loved the combination.
And the combination, let's get into that, everybody. The combination of cocaine and Xanax. So she taking an upper, and then she mellow herself out with the Xanax. The cocaine be the upper, and the Xanax would be the downer. So she getting the best of both worlds. And in this situation that we are going through in today's time, she really probably don't even know if she actually getting the real deal. We don't even know if she getting the real stuff because so many pills are being pressed with fentanyl. So much cocaine is being laced with fentanyl. So you actually don't know if your drug dealer is on the up and up. You know, she probably don't even know if her drug dealer is giving her the real stuff. You know, so we basically, as addicts, we've give the keys to our life to somebody else. Each and every time. Each and every time we take a step out there and want to use, we're giving our life to that person who we getting them drugs from. Because that person can actually know that he got a bad batch of dope and can hand it to you with no remorse. Because he need the money. And then you got the money. And that's how it goes out here. That's how it goes. Just to be honest, that's how it goes, man. Now she was taking that and she really just did not know that a lot of this shit out here is lace. A lot of this stuff is lace. Let's continue.
Once I relapsed, the floodgates were open. Within a couple of weeks, I called a drug dealer and I was like, do you have Coke and Xanax? And he said, no, but I have crack and heroin. And I was like, I've always wanted to try it.
How many of us have been in that situation, everybody? Where when we know, you fucked up. You know you fucked up. And also our dealer know this too. We know we fucked up when we can call the dope man and he don't have anything that we want. We be like, so what you got? We be like, so what you got? You got that? Okay, man. Knowing that you done heard about it. I tell myself, man, I ain't never smoking no damn crack. What the fuck is this shit? And I never smoked crack. I never injected it, anything. I never tried heroin, PCP, none of that. My thing was alcohol. And later on, at a late stage of my life, that's when I started dipping into cocaine. But see, Demi was already 10 times ahead of me. And it don't matter because all this shit go fuck us up anyway. I mean, ain't no drug better than the next drug. All of do the same shit. It fucks us up. That's what it does. So we're going to continue.
So it might be hard for people to understand, but when people relapse, and this is, pretty much the case always, is that people will they won't even return to where they last used. They will return to a much harsher bottom.
I knew that what I had been looking for.
And that is absolutely true also. We may not return to what, let me tell you what I did, everybody. And if this video has added any information that you can use on your day-to-day life, give us a thumbs up right now. Give this video a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And we will also love it, for the YouTube algorithm. But let me piggyback off of what she just said. I had the same thing, right? All right. Because I know I like to keep it real on my show, everybody. This is Sober Gang Experience Podcast. I love to keep it real on my show. And I love to be just straight up front with my viewers. Okay, I'm a drinker, right? alcoholic, drug head, addict, whatever. Okay. When I got out of my surgery, when I got out of intensive care, right? You know what I told myself? You know how we lie to you? You know how we love to lie to ourselves, right? Let me tell y'all what I said. I told myself, you know what? I'm no longer buying anything, any cheap liquors or beers. I finna buy the expensive stuff. So that's what I did. You see how we love to fuck with our head. We love to, like I was telling you, that's what Demi was doing earlier. We love to try to make something sound good just so we can continue to do this shit. In my mind, I'm doing good because I'm not drinking no more cheap anything. Everything is finna be on the up and up. I'm finna get the best of everything. That's what I told myself. Now getting out of the hospital, a couple months after I'm able to walk again and everything, I'm getting my functions back. I'm going to work and everything. I'm telling myself, you know what? I can treat myself. I can treat myself. I started buying Coronas. The expensive, whatever the expensive beers was and liquors, I was buying it. I was masking it. I was trying to hide it. I was telling myself something, playing games with my own head. That's what we do. That's what we do. And in her situation, she probably wasn't doing the same thing she was doing. She started to jump into some other stuff. She started to smoke crack and things of that nature. She started to go, on the deep end parts of it. But that's what we love to do. That's one thing we really need to understand, that we really need to stop messing with our own head, man. It's a mind thing. We really be messing with our head when it comes to this addiction shit. When we going through situations like that, the best thing to do is to call a sponsor. Go talk to somebody that you know can really give you the information that you need. Because sometimes we need a kick in the ass. Sometimes we need somebody that can really just sit down there and tell us the real deal truth. And the truth is designed not to make you feel good. No, the truth is designed not to make you feel good. The truth is designed like that because it's the truth. And a lot of people don't like to hear it. But let's continue.
I hadn't found yet. But what I had been looking for was not in the form of a drug. It was the spiritual growth that I've had over the past, I even want to say 7 months. That spiritual growth is what I was looking for.
You cannot help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. I mean, you can cut them off, you can threaten, you can off.
All through that time, from the age of 7 to 18, until the age she is now, and I'm not quite sure what age she is now, but all through that time, everybody, Demi basically had the world on her little bitty old shoulders. She was there for the family. She was basically doing everything she possibly could. But addiction is serious. This illness is serious. We have to understand that it do not care who you is, entertainer, sports player, whatever you are, whoever you are, it would chew you up in this world and spit you the fuck out. That's what it does. Nothing comes good from the shit that we do. Eventually this shit catch up with us. We get away with the shit so much. We get away with the shit so many times. But eventually it catches up with us. It always does. We need to understand that at some point this shit will catches up with us. At some point we will have to face reality. At some point, we will have to face reality. Excuse me, everybody. I had to turn that phone off. At some point, we will have to face reality. And it's simple as that. It's simple as that. Let's continue.
For help as many times as you'd like. I think that was something we struggled with for a while, which is how far do we push? How much can you pull away from someone because of their addiction until you just become an asshole?
It wasn't fair, actually, to everyone that was around me during that time, because when I did end up in the hospital, they were kind of thrown for a loop too, of like, whoa, what the have you been doing? What do you mean? And that was my fault. That was me manipulating the people around me.
That's what I say. That's what we do. She had to do that, everybody. Demi had to do what she had to do because she's bringing in a lot of revenue. She's bringing in a lot of money. People are dependent on her. You go from assistance. She got a lot of people on payroll that she got to perform, and she got to go make this money because them people got families too. She still continue to hide everything that she is going through. Don't nobody really know about it don't nobody know how bad off she is until this point. And this probably was the breaking point. If she probably didn't go through this, everybody, Demi, we both know that you will probably still be doing that shit. That's what we do. That's what we do. We're gonna continue to do that shit until it damn near kills us, Demi. And that's what happened to you. That was your wake-up call. That was your breaking point. That was your breaking point. Like a lot of people say, that was my wake-up call right there. That was your wake-up call, Demi. And thank God that you made it out, because we really need you. We really do. Let's continue.
Me and making sure they never found out.
When she decided to not be sober anymore, I never had been in an experience with her where it was bizarre or out of control, to the point where I was like, this is not going to be good. This is not going to turn out well. And I think that's where we all were being fooled. My birthday wasn't crazy. It was my closest friends. My mother was in town. Demi's security was there, her bodyguard. And I said, let's just all hang out. So it was about midnight, 12:30. A couple people went home and she was like, let's go back to my house. We came home to her place. She offered us LaCroix. In my head, I'm like, that's cool. And it made me feel comfortable. We danced on the roof and this and that. And we just started to get tired. And I'm like, all right, I'm going home. Love you. She goes, stay over. You and everyone just stay over. And I'm like, girl, I gotta go home. I have dogs. My mother's there. I gotta go home. No, please stay over. I'm like, let's go hiking in the morning. We're all fine. It's early enough. Let's go hiking in the morning. I'll call you in the morning. Great. Awesome. Love that. And when I was leaving the house, she was like waving. I just felt a little odd. I was just like, wow, that was a really nice night. Why do I feel like I should have stayed? And we were halfway away from the house and we pulled over. And I look at my friend Janelle and I said, do you feel weird? And she's like, I feel weird. Should we have stayed? And I'm like, no, she's a grown-up girl. In my head, I'm like, what is she gonna do? She's gonna go to bed. No, she's fine.
I said I was going to bed, but the reality was I had called my dealer over. What people don't realize about that night for me is I didn't just overdose. I also was taken advantage of.
So not only, I think that really when she was asking her friends to stay, I think in her mind that she knew that if she didn't have anybody around her, that she knew exactly what she was going to do. Because what they always say, what's the old saying is, idle time is the devil's playground. Idle time is the devil's hand. When we don't have shit to do, when we just have free time on our hands, that's when those thoughts occur. That's when we look at that cell phone. And then I bet you did this. You looked at that cell phone and said, fuck it. That's what we do. And your friends kind of feel bad because they felt that. I think, Demi, you, deep down, you also knew that if you did not have people around you, you knew what you was capable of. You knew exactly what you were capable of. You know, because the people, when they're not around you, when no one's around you, and you got money in the bank, and you know you can call your dealer up. Not only did the dealer come, but this scumbag took advantage of you. Sexually. Scum of the earth. And you a scumbag, dog. You a piece of shit, dog. And I'm not even finna try to judge this man, because in actuality, everybody, she called him. But I am judging you for taking advantage of this woman, because she was vulnerable at that time. You knew what she needed. You knew her addiction. You already knew this, man. You didn't have to not do that. You did not have to take advantage of somebody that was vulnerable and basically not even thinking logical. Man. Demi, I tip my hat off to you, baby. You was a strong woman. Let's continue.
I'd not heard of him before. That was a part of her life that she had kept at least hidden from me. So if she's drinking again and using again, someone has to be supplying this stuff. She has to be getting it from somebody. I found out later, of course, that wasn't the first time that he had come over or supplied her. But she had drunkenly hit him up that night.
He had given her drugs. He told her some different iteration of what they were. I don't think he mentioned it was laced with fentanyl.
He gave me what I assume now to be fentanyl by giving me aftermarket pills.
And on top of that, he also ended up getting her really high and leaving her for dead.
I've had my fair share of sexual trauma throughout childhood, teenage years, and when they found me, I was naked. I was blue. I was literally left for dead after he took advantage of me. And when I woke up in the hospital, they asked if I had had consensual sex. And there was one flash that I had of him on top of me. I saw that flash and I said yes. It actually wasn't until maybe a month after my overdose that I realized, hey, you weren't in any state of mind to make a consensual decision. That kind of trauma doesn't go away overnight. And it doesn't go away in the first few months of rehab either. You know, that's something that sticks with you for a while after, because
even she went through so much. She went through so much shit, man. And for you to come over there, get that woman money, feed her them damn drugs, and then take advantage of her, bro. It's sad. It's sad. But Miss Demi, everything that we go through is a teachable moment. This is a teachable moment for everybody that will watch this. And if you love any parts of this content, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Cause this is what I do. I'm a recovery advocate. This is my passion. I'm not just doing this to put some headphones on and hit the live button. I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very, very passionate about what I do. And when this man did this, now a lot of times we got to take accountability also. Demi, I know you pretty as fuck. I know you a beautiful woman. I know you can sing your ass off. But you play a pivotal role in this as well. We cannot. And you know I love you, Demi, but you got to take accountability for your own actions. And your own actions did not include, and now I am not including what he did to you sexual wise. I am not including that, because you cannot be held accountable for that, because you was not in your right mind at all for that man to be doing that. Ain't no way, shape, or form am I condoning any of that, what he did to you in that form. No way am I condoning any of that. The only parts I'm saying is that she had to take accountability for calling him up and wanting to get high. But as addicts, y'all, we take those leaps and bounds sometimes, but we don't give a fuck. We don't even think about what could happen. We just think about we need this right now. We always think about the what now. I need this, y'all. You understand me? We don't think about what could happen. Am I in this house by myself? Could this dude do something to me? Could he actually kill me? Who else is here? We actually, when we call these dinners up, we always alone half the time, because we don't want nobody else to know that we actually getting it. That's why you see a lot of people that goes off and run into the hotel rooms and OD alone. This is an interesting, teachable moment for any and everybody out there right now. This goes to show, man, that the illness of drugs and addiction, mental health, and all the disorders that come along with it is real. It do not discriminate. It don't care if you are an entertainer, if you are a billionaire, you are an athlete, if you anybody of any significance, it do not care. Because once it's wrapped you up, it got you. And it take a lot of power and a lot of determination to unwrap yourself. And I love the fact that she is doing that right now. I love that. That was just, you makes me smile, Demi, every time I see you. Especially that damn, look, that dimple in your chin. I love that. That's a turn on. That's so sexy. But anywho, I told you, Demi, you should be throwing me out sometime. But anyhow, I just love you for speaking out, because we need way more people like you, Demi. I'm a recovery advocate. This is what I preach. This is what I love to do. And if this is y'all first time to my channel right now, just if this video is added any value or any substance that you like, if you like any parts of this content, give it a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let's continue to spread this word. I am creating something special over here, everybody. And Miss Demi, if you watch this, I would love for you to reach out to me as well. It can just be an email to say thank you for your words. I'm not trying to reach out to you for any monetary gain. I don't care about that. I'm not trying to reach out to you to just let me know that you've seen it. You know. I really think your story is very important. I think a lot of people can benefit from your story. A lot of people can get information from your story, because your story is like a lot of other people. So many millions and billions of people that likes you. A lot of people that is going through the same things is not scared. They scared to talk about it. But when they see you speak about it, when they see you speak on it, they're like, oh, okay. Maybe I do need help. Maybe I do need to tell somebody. See, Demi, you actually help. And that's what we need. That's what we need. So if you ever see this Miss Demi, reach out to me. I have my email in the description box. But most importantly, I would love for this video to reach as many people as it can. Because that's what I do. On every episode, if I can reach one person, y'all, my job is done. That's what I love to do. I love to do this because I know it's somebody out there that is going through something. I know it. But let's continue, everybody.
All of the daddy issues that I'd had growing up, now I was literally discarded and abandoned. That amplified all of my dad's stuff. I've realized a lot of my past traumas came to a head that night, but at the end of the day, I'm responsible for my life choices and hold only myself accountable. And the last 2 years have been...
Now, did I just say that, y'all? When I watch these videos, it'd be the first time me watching them as well. So I'm watching them with y'all. I probably watched the first 3-4 minutes. Excuse me. I probably watched the first 3-4 minutes of this video. And I said, yeah, I kind of got a feeling that Demi was going to be talking some good shit. I said, yeah, let me do a reaction to this. Let me give it my commentary, you know. I kind of knew it. But I just said that, everybody. I know she knew that deep down she had to take accountability for what she did. Even though I love you, Demi. Even though I love you, Demi, you still got to take accountability, baby girl. You know. And I'm glad you woman up. You understood that. And that's what we need to do in addiction, everybody. This ain't nothing about shaming her at all, man. That she actually knew that she had to take accountability for her own actions. And it's a teachable moment. And she can learn from that. That's what's up. I said that.
About me doing the work to identify and confront those traumas so I can be my best self and truly be happy.
It's not very common that you'd see someone with a drug-related overdose with this degree of multi-organ failure that would come out of it relatively unscathed and do as well as she has.
It's like a nice reminder that it wasn't my time, you know, that there was more life to be lived.
When she turned 28 this past year, it is pretty morbid, but we kind of were like, you made it to 28. Yes, you survived the 26.
So, Demi, you're 28. I ain't that older than you. I am not that older than you. Okay. Demi, I'm okay. Oh, excuse me. I was just thinking out loud. But see, I just figured out, like you said, she's 28. So I think this was 3 months ago.
7 Club. In a way, it's like probably a subconscious self-fulfilled prophecy. But what's different is she lived through it. Is that she survived it. She was where her father was, but she got through it.
There it is, everybody. There it is. But like I was saying, it also go to show everybody that it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. This addiction, this illness, what we go through day to day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're going to continue. That's what I love to do. We're going to continue to reach out to people. I will have my email in the description box. I have guest speakers from all around the world. And I'm glad if you made it to this far to this video, thank you. Thank you for making it this far. I am a recovery advocate. This is my passion. This is what I do on my show. I have guest speakers, like I said, from all around the world that come on my show and they share their stories in order to inspire and motivate others, because I know that somebody out there can take some of the information and add it to their life. I'm creating something special over here, everybody. And I would love for you guys to continue to rock out with me each and every time I do a video. We have to wake up. We have to understand that we are the only people that's standing in front of us. We are the only people. We are the only ones that are stopping us from doing something great. Demi, and it's very, very powerful documentary of how she broke it down, everybody. We can actually see that entertainers are just like us. They bleed, they cry, they have emotion, they have feelings. And they also have addiction. They also have addiction. And thank you if you made it this far. Thank you for watching through a bird's eye view. Redemption from addiction. My reaction to Miss Demi Lovato. Thank you all. And please come back. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to my channel. This is Mr. Show Out TV, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Yeah.
Welcome to Mr. Show Out TV Recovery and Addiction YouTube channel, where we hope to inspire those battling addiction. Please subscribe and like the channel. Make sure you click the notification bell to get notified whenever we broadcast. Thank you and enjoy the show. To support the channel, you can send donations to Cash App $Mr. Show Out TV. So please don't wait, subscribe now. Together we can help and give inspiration to millions of people.